Getting ready for more rain. Some communities hit hard by our last storm are scrambling to prepare for more showers headed our way. And a helping hand, how people came together to make one Southern California student's academic dreams come true. You are watching The Rundown. I'm Lynette Romero, in today for Robin Winston. With another storm on the way, people living in a Studio City neighborhood are rushing to clean up before the rain arrives. Crews are working around the clock to scoop up mud along Fredonia Drive. We were out there on Tuesday morning right after the heavy rain brought down mud and debris from the hillside. Some cars are still stuck and they'll likely have to be towed out. And in Chatsworth, crews are racing against the clock to stop this massive sinkhole from getting any bigger. Here's a side-by-side comparison on Tuesday night and Wednesday afternoon, and you can see it's growing. City leaders are concerned about the next storm.
There are a variety of different options that we have to consider, right? We not only have to consider preventing water going into the sinkhole to create a larger problem, but if we do divert it, we have to figure out ways to make sure that the diversion doesn't affect any other areas. And so everything's on the table right now.
Engineers are on scene working on a plan. So when is that next round of rain going to hit us? Meteorologist Belinda Leon times it out for us.
Hi everybody, I've got great news when it comes to our drought. Things have dramatically improved from where we were at the start of the water year when Central California was under extreme exceptional drought. We had severe drought conditions here. Well, you'll notice that we are no longer under that category. And it's because of all the stormy weather that we've seen lately. And we're tracking more rain. This weekend, we're going to have heavy rain at times on Saturday. The rainfall amounts nowhere near where we were at the start of the week, but still, soils are saturated, and this could cause issues for us. I'm tracking another storm system moving in late Saturday through Tuesday, but still several unknowns with that storm. We're still very far out. Now look at how the temperatures are going to drop. 60s through the rest of the week, but once that stormy weather moves in, not only are we going to need the umbrellas, we're going to need a few more layers too. Highs in the 50s. Stay safe.
And we are hearing from family of the teenage boy who died after a hit-and-run crash in South LA on Monday. The 13-year-old named Chris was in the car with his mother and two siblings when police say the driver of a silver Mercedes crashed into the car. It burst into flames. The 2-year-old brother has major injuries. His mom has had several surgeries and has a brain hemorrhage. The third child, a 10-year-old, was not hospitalized. Our sister station, Telemundo 52, spoke with the 13-year-old's father.
Se llevaron una parte de mi corazón.
He says they took part of my heart. Police say the driver walked away. Now they do believe that he's hurt and would likely go somewhere for treatment. A man driving on the 2 freeway near Glendale started recording what he believed was road rage, only to become a victim himself. Now keep an eye on the dark gray Tesla on the right side of your screen. The man recording says he watched that Tesla hit another car and then try to drive off. So he started using his dash cam to follow the driver, trying to get a license plate. He believes that man noticed the camera because moments later he cut him off, slammed on his brakes, and then he says the Tesla driver got out of his car, got up to his window with what looked like a pipe and started banging on his vehicle.
Luckily, my windows didn't break, and I figure even if I was scared or whatever, you really gotta help people out and do the right thing, or at any rate, just be able to supply a license plate number. I would want someone to do that for me, you know?
Well, it may be difficult to track down that driver because apparently he did not have a license plate on his car. A highly contagious strain of COVID is spreading in California. The name of this strain is XBB.1.5. Now, doctors say it spreads quickly, but it does not appear to cause more severe illness. In the Northeast, this strain makes up more than 70% of the cases there. It's a much smaller percentage here in California, but the numbers are going up. Well, flights are getting back to normal at LAX. That's good news after that nationwide ground stop that delayed thousands of flights. The FAA says a corrupted file is to blame. The problem crippled its Notice to Air Missions System, or NOTAM. It provides pilots with vital information that they need to fly. Now, federal officials want to know why both the primary and the backup systems failed. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says there's no evidence of a cyber attack, and it says the FAA is getting to the bottom of the problem. There's a dangerous shortage of a drug that diabetics count on, and it looks like TikTok might be to blame. Ozempic is an injectable medication to treat type 2 diabetes, but its main ingredient can also help people lose weight. Videos on TikTok touted its effectiveness in shedding unwanted pounds, but the social media craze has left many diabetics without the life-saving drug.
By prescribing one of these medications, we can reduce the risk of further kidney damage and reduce the risk of future cardiac events. And now we can't get it because someone who's actually got a normal weight is using it to lose a few pounds.
Doctors say the drug can cause side effects when misused. 2 Pasadena school employees were honored for their quick action to save a family involved in an accident. A car crashed through a fence and landed in a swimming pool on Tuesday morning. A mother, grandmother, and a little boy were all trapped inside. Jose Navas, a maintenance worker, and Jason Castellon, a teacher, jumped into the pool and quickly rescued the family.
This is an example of members of the community jumping into swift action to help one another as it should be. And, you know, what could have been a different situation has ended well.
The 2 school employees were each honored with an official pin from the mayor of Pasadena. The mayor says he also spoke with the family in the Tesla and that they're still a little bit shaken up, but they're going to be okay. Plans for a high-speed rail line between California and Nevada are moving forward. Brightline and California State Treasurer spoke about the project at a press conference in Fontana on Wednesday. The electric rail line would run from downtown LA through the Inland Empire and all the way to Vegas in under 3 hours. They're expecting the project to create more than 40,000 jobs.
It's going to create jobs here, keep millions of cars off the road, help us in our climate change goals, and just really excited that Brightline is here with the Inland Empire Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Brightline already operates rails in South Florida, and they're hoping to break ground here in California later this year. The new inflation report is out, and it's the lowest number we've seen in a year. December inflation is up 6.5% from a year ago. It's still high. We all know we're paying more for food, gas, and all kinds of things, but the numbers are moving in the right direction. December marks the 6th straight month of a cool down. Okay, so it's one thing, you know, to meet a celebrity, right? Another to get a chance to actually interview them. So can you imagine the nerves and the butterflies that one young reporter got when she sat down face to face with Kate Winslet? But it's what the actress did that's now going viral.
It's my first time.
This is your first time doing
Yeah.
it? Okay, well, guess what? When we do this interview,
Yeah.
it's going to be the most amazing interview ever. You can ask me anything that you want, and you don't have to be scared. Everything's going to be amazing.
Okay.
Okay, you've got this.
Oh, Kate Winslet, she is amazing. She told her that everything was going to be amazing, right? And it was. Winslet sat down with Martha to talk about Avatar: The Way of Water. And the interview was a great success. After that pep talk, the 2 snapped that selfie, and it was perfect. All right, you also know what they say about how it takes a village to raise a child, right? Well, this is true for one teenager from the high desert. We want you to meet Raina Franklin. She's a senior at Adelanto High School with a 4.7 GPA. Raina is at the top of her class. She had an opportunity to take summer classes at Brown University, but her family couldn't afford it. That's when her counselor stepped in, looking for ways to get her to Brown with the Heritage Program. It helps guide students toward a college career, but the program hadn't actually started yet, and there were no funds available. But a coordinator caught the eye of Raina's potential, and she was determined to raise that $1,500 that was needed.
I have a network on Facebook that will support any endeavor that I put out for our students because they love and support our students as well. And in a day, we had raised money for her ticket and for her to have spending money while she was there.
It's nice to know that there's like people behind you and people who can help guide you, who, you know, are like invested in you as a person and not only like where you're going.
Turns out the trip was worth it. In December, Brown University offered Raina a 4-year scholarship. Go, Raina, go. We love that. Well, you can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and on our website, NBCLA.com. Thanks for watching The Rundown.